On today's episode, we're talking about briefs again, and still not my underpants. We're talking about how to write an awesome web design brief. I'm Tony Hardy, founder and director of Canny Creative. As we went into last time, a brief is a document that you hand over to your chosen agency to work with. It helps, get a proposal, get a quote together, helps them understand exactly what you're expecting out of the process. So let's dive into writing a web design brief. First up, same as before, business and website overview. Where are you now? Where do you want to go? What's wrong with your current website? Do you even have a current website? Is it built on Wix? Is it built on WordPress? What is it that you're looking to do? Tell people about your business. Tell people what makes you unique, what you're expecting this website to do. Really, it's a general, top-level overview. And yeah, just get it in there, get it down, and that gets a brief started nicely. Next up, the project objectives. Why is it we're going to be creating a website together? So are we looking to sell more product? Do we want more traffic? Are we trying to build partnerships with other businesses around the world? We need to create something in multiple languages, so you've got touch points for all your global customers. Whatever that objective is, get it down, nice paragraph, sentence or two, get it in the brief, and yeah, continue on to the next part. The next part is target audiences, target markets. Again, we've got a video on this. We'll not bore you with this again, but essentially put your customer personas in your brief so everyone knows who we're looking to attract to your brand new website. What's the problem you're facing? What is the problem with your current website? Or do you just not have a website? Does it not update well? Does it not attract the right level of people? Is there a content strategy in place? What is the problem you're facing? What is it that you want us to help you solve? Next up, project-specific information. If you already have a website, what platforms are built on? Why are you looking for a new website? Is it not mobile friendly? Do you need it to be mobile friendly? Maybe you needed it in another language. There are lots and lots of reasons that you're embarking on this website project. Maybe your SEO rankings have tanked and you need a faster website with a lot more content to pull them back up. Anything like that, get it in the project specific information section. That helps everyone understand what we're working towards. Next up, competitors. Everyone likes looking at competitors and seeing what they're up against. So specifically with a website design brief, make sure you link off to competitors' websites. It's not unusual that brands exist and there's 3 or 4 brands with a very similar name. So link off to those very specific competitor websites. If you have any more information about our websites, make sure you drop that in below. Maybe a chart of what works with our website, what doesn't, what you like, what you don't. That would always be good to see. So yeah, make sure your competitors get into your website design brief. Next up, website features and functionality. What is it that you're expecting this website to do? Does it need a blog? Does it need a space for media? Do you need trackable contact forms? Do you need to be able to link it to your CRM system? All these additional kind of third-party integrations, APIs, anything like that that needs to be thought about and included, get it down into the features and functionality section of your brief. Next up, what does your sitemap look like? What are the key pages? You might not know, and that's absolutely fine, but as a rule, websites do typically have a home page, an about page, a service page, a blog, and a contact page. So is there anything else that you need on top of that? Obviously, if it's an e-commerce page or an e-commerce website, there'll be a lot of extra moving parts, but if you know for sure you need some specific pages created, make sure you get them nailed down now. Next up, content requirements. Different clients have got different levels of content requirements. The best writer for your business is often you. What we like to do at Canny is say, okay, can you give us even a paragraph or two for this section and this section? And then we can use our brains, our marketing and brand knowledge to kind of slice that down, make it really nice and easy to digest. But some people struggle to even get to a couple of paragraphs. So are you expecting us to write the copy? Are you outsourcing the copy? Just let us know what's happening with the website copy. Same with the photography, what's going on there. Do you need us to provide photography? Are you using stock photography? Let us know, and that's a good place for that within the brief. One thing people often overlook is the action they want people to take on the website. Obviously, if you're an e-commerce website selling trainers, you're going to want people to buy and check out with the trainers. That's a simple call to action. If you're B2B service business, the chances are you want leads, so you're going to want them to either email you or fill out a contact form. But just have a think about the specific pages on your site and what you want users to achieve on each of those pages. List out website likes and dislikes. Do you particularly like it if the navigation bar sticks to the top when you scroll? Do you like reading websites on a dark background with white text or a white background with dark text? All these kind of personal preferences shouldn't massively play into the strategy. Essentially, creating a great website is about getting results, but if you've got something that you just can't bear, you're going to need to let people know about that. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a website that you hate. And unfortunately, personal preference does play into it a little bit. You have to love your website, you have to love your brand. So yeah, let people know and we'll see what we can do. Next up, how are you going about generating traffic? Are you running a lot of pay-per-click advertising? If so, you're probably going to need a landing page creator or a landing page builder of some sort. That's going to go a long way. Are you writing a lot of content for a blog to increase a lot of organic traffic? Make sure that that's all detailed in the brief so none of these key elements get missed. Next up, domain name and hosting. Do you already own a domain? Do you have that .com, the elusive .com that you've always wanted? Where are you hosting the site? Agencies like us will offer to buy that for you and also host the website for you. But you might already have some pre-arranged deals or some pre-arranged packages. So if that's the case, let people know. Or if you're open to recommendations, let them know too. Next up, analytics and measurement. Are you expecting to use Google Analytics? There's a lot of different analytics software out there. Are you using Hotjar? Are you using Drift? What sort of things are you using to convert people, track and measure these people on your site? Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, that's absolutely fine too. Just put down that you'd like some advice on traffic analysis and management and we can help you and make recommendations. Next up, project timescales. Just like in the branding brief, what is it you're working towards? Websites can take slightly longer to build and you might want something like between 10 and 20 weeks. It really depends on the actual website itself, but there's a lot to include. You've got to go through research and wireframes and design and development and testing and launch. That's a lot of moving parts here, so put down when you're expecting proposals back, when it is you're looking to launch. That gets everyone in the right frame of mind from the start. Next up, project budget. We've got a whole post and a whole video about project budgets. We'll link them below. Don't need to say much else, but do let people know what you're working with if you have a figure in mind. Next up, contact information. List out your name, your email address, and your telephone number. List out whether you would expect people to email or call, and let people know when you're available. That goes a long way so people know when they can get hold of you. Just get that in the brief, get it nice and clear. How the project will be awarded is a massive part. So is it mostly on price? Is it mostly on value for money or previous experience in a field? Is it based on the technology people are going to use? Let people know what it is you're grading them on. If you're testing someone, it's fair to let them know you're testing them. So get that down. Typically it's percentage values here, 20% on cost, 40% on creativity, 40% on marketing knowledge and industry sector knowledge. This sort of thing goes a long way and can help your agency frame the proposal properly. Next up, required response. Are you wanting to see testimonials, case studies, links to existing websites? Get that down in the brief, let the agency know, and that gets the relationship started on the right foot. That's it. That's all that goes into a website design brief. Like, comment, subscribe below, and we'll see you next time on Building Better Brands.